everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandon. I'm a part-time eBay Mercari reseller specializing in media-related products such as CDs, DVDs, and cassette tapes. This channel is about anything media, mainly thrifting, reselling, and collecting. If this is something that may interest you, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Today I have a haul video for you. This just came in. You're going to be seeing this video probably a couple months down the road, so this stuff should be listed in my store by then. Let's hope. And see if there's something you might want. Check it out. Feel free. I figured I'd show you the buy. I think it's a fairly decent deal. I'll pull some of them out personally and show you on camera also. I've bookmarked a few of them that possible what I'm going to sell them for. I'll get started. I'll share my screen. We'll kind of zoom in on the stuff I got, and you can tell me in the comments what you think. If I did good or not. I think I did okay. It's not a huge profit on this, but there's some different stuff I figured I'd put in my store, some stuff I can individually list, so one or two things I can lot with something else that I have. So all in all, I think it might be pretty good. Let's go ahead and share my screen here. So this was a lot of 23 alternative classic pop rock CDs. A couple of things that caught my eye in this, and I'll zoom in on the pictures. So we'll first look at the spines here. First thing that caught my eye was there's some classic rock or folk rock, America's Greatest Hits. I can lot up a couple other greatest hits CDs that I have. The Jeff Berlin Taking Notes CD actually surprised me as far as what value it possibly could be, depending on the market. Two Primus CDs there. I'm going to lot those probably together. What else caught my eye? Gary Wright, The Dream Weaver. That's a CD from the 70s. So I figured they probably didn't produce a ton of them on CD, which it's got a little value. Chuck Berry Electric Band, that's jazz. I've sold some of that before at decent prices. This one actually isn't worth as much as I thought it could have been. Circa 2007. Chris Robinson, he's one of the Black Crowes. So that'll be pretty good. I might lock up my Black Crowes. It's not worth a ton on its own. Most of the stuff wasn't, but there's some stuff that's got a little value, and I'll show you some of that. Poco Legend, they're country rock. It's probably what you put them in under. John Mayall, Blues Breakers, and then I'll show you some of the front pictures here and zoom in a little bit. There's Don Henley, BBM, Gary Wright, I mentioned, Joni Mitchell. I mean, all in all, wasn't too bad. So my buy cost on this is $1.39 a piece, which is kind of high. But again, if you're buying online in bulk, you're competing against the bidders. Actually, no one else bid on this. I still thought I got a pretty decent deal. Kind of wish it was a little cheaper. I spent $31, I think $38 overall, $1.39 a piece for these 23 CDs. So let me pull the box up here. I'll tell you the exact amount I spent also. $31.85. So there's like $1.38.47 a piece. So $1.39. First thing that caught my eye. There's one person that has this listed for like $53.98 plus shipping. I'm gonna do a little more research on this. It's some band of some sort. Circa 2007. Yeah, it listed as like popish. I mean, I could throw mine up for, $49.98 and take offers. I run sales, so I drop it down a little bit. But if you know anything about this album, let me know. I'm not familiar with it, but it looks like it could have some decent value. So I might throw that up for $50. What else caught my eye in here? A lot of stuff, $3, $5 to use more or less. Here's one. Never heard of these people either. The Argent Anthology. It's a greatest hits collection of. I'm guessing just by the look of this is the 70s. Yep, 1976. I'm gonna guess it's probably some type of classic rock, folk rock, something along those lines. Probably. It's hard to get anything in here to glare. Let me go back a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit better. But $5 to $6 on that I'll list for. Poco Legend. This actually goes for a little bit more than I thought. It's in pretty good condition. Most of these only have some light scratches on them. I'll pull back. That's the country rock I was talking about. One of the guys I think was in the member of the Eagles who just recently passed away. This is like $8 to $10 CD, so already we're at, disregard the 51. 6, 16, I listen to high end. The private CDs, I've got one written down at 4 to 6 and one 6 to 8, so 10 to 15 probably, or maybe I'll list them for like 12, 13.98. I'll double check condition on them, but private CDs I think will do all right. But those I definitely will probably lot together. I think they'll sell quicker. Jeff Berlin taking notes. He's a bassist. Kind of just it's got a bass guitar on here also. This is from 1997. This has some white spots and marks on it though. Kind of a real amateur looking CD release, but nonetheless, an actual release. It was released on Denon Records, which I actually don't think I've ever heard of that label. I've heard of Denon as a electronic component for like stereo equipment and stuff, but yeah, the cover and the artwork's kind of funny. But this is like a $12 to $15 CD, so kind of interesting. This one caught my eye too. There's only one listed right now on eBay currently for 30 plus ship. Dennis Chambers, Jeff Berlin, he's the bassist. Dave Kaczynski and T. Lavitz, Boston Tea Party. I'm not sure the genre. I guess probably rockish, maybe some jazz. It's probably rock though. This I probably list between 20 and 25. I can tell you right now there has been one sold of this within the last 90 days, and it sold for $15. So I should get at least that for it. So now we're looking at basically 15, say 14, we'll say 13, 15, 20, 42, 50 right here with just this little stack. Not counting the $50 CD, there's no one here for 5 to 6. So yeah, I'll do okay with those. Nothing really major to write home about here, but just some stuff that will be halfway decent. Don Henley, I'll put that with. I might have Don Henley CD. I can put that with, or I'll maybe a lot with the Eagles CD. BBM Around the Extreme. It's a $6 to $8 CD, roughly. So Gary Wright, Dreamweaver. I thought it'd be worth a little bit more. It's not. I actually might be considering collecting this. Put it in my collection. $5, $6 I'll list it for. So everything will probably sell for a little less than my listing. They do run sales. Chick Corea Electric Band, Light Years. This is it's like a $3 CD, so it's nothing major, but it's stuff I can individually list if I don't have stuff I can lot it with. So kind of running low on my individual listings is probably the reason why I bought the lot. But so anyway, that's pretty much it for this lot here. Let me know what you like out of this. This stuff will go up in my store eventually. Hopefully, everything should be up by the time this airs, which will be probably sometime in July, as I'm recording some of these videos in advance due to my full-time job. So anyway, if you got some good information out of it, I greatly appreciate you consider liking, subscribing to the channel. I have half my viewers currently, almost exactly 50% aren't subscribed that watch my videos. Subscriptions do help. It costs absolutely nothing. I greatly appreciate it if you can do that. If I start getting my subscribers up there, I'll do a few CD giveaways or something like that down the road. So I greatly appreciate it. Again, click the like button, click the bell for future videos. That's all I got for this one. I made it this far. So thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.